So you would go behind her up, okay, and you would sit beside him.
Beside you, right?
So you go behind him.
Okay, good.
And then they will go up. Okay, all the families are together now? Yes. Thank you. Session, please rise. Judge Babcock presiding. You may all please be seated. Judge Babcock, in accordance with the provisions of the Citizenship Act, obtained on February 15, 1977, it is my privilege to present to you 79 candidates who have complied with the requirements of the Act and are now ready to swear the oath of citizenship and are ready to become Canadian citizens.
Good, thank you very much. Mesdames, Messieurs, bonjour, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. J'ai le plaisir de vous souhaiter à tous la bienvenue à cette cérémonie de la citoyenneté canadienne. C'est un plaisir particulier de souhaiter la bienvenue à ceux d'entre vous qui vont bientôt devenir canadiens. Aujourd'hui est un jour spécial pour vous, vos familles et vos amis. C'est un grand plaisir de voir l'opportunité de le partager avec vous. I am pleased to welcome all of you to the ceremony of Canadian citizenship, and it's a particular pleasure to welcome those of you who will shortly become new Canadian citizens. Today is a very special day for you, your families and friends, and I'm very happy to have the honor to share this day with you. Mesdames, Messieurs, cette cérémonie est une étape importante dans votre vie. Donc, à court minute, vous recevrez la citoyenneté canadienne. Vous avez travaillé fort pour obtenir ces droits et les citoyens canadiens sont fiers de le partager avec vous. Ladies and gentlemen, this ceremony marks an important milestone in your life. In a few minutes, you will be granted your Canadian citizenship, and this is a right that you have worked hard to earn, and it is one that your fellow citizens gladly share with you. And looking at your faces, I know that most of you have waited anxiously for today. There are many reasons that have brought each and every one of you to this country and to this ceremony. Most of you came here looking for a better life in a safe, prosperous, and welcoming country. You came looking for a land of opportunity, perhaps for yourself or for your children. And you have worked hard to earn your citizenship. You've learned about Canadian history, Canadian geography. You have become members of your community. And we all realize that coming to a new and unfamiliar country is a very stressful undertaking. Many of you came from countries that were very different from this one. Many of you had never seen snow until you came to Canada, and you were so looking forward to the opportunity because you'd seen pictures, you'd heard about snow, and you thought it was going to be wonderful. And then you got here and it snowed, and you loved it for the first 3 days. But spring came, summer came. But you adjusted to the new climate, you adjusted to the new culture, you adjusted to new ways of doing things, but it's never easy. And today, you mark your success by becoming a citizen. You should also remember that for some of you, the journey to this ceremony has been especially difficult and even perilous. Some of you had to escape from war-torn homelands. Some of you had to leave family and friends behind. And many of you have borne first-hand witness to the inhumanity and the cruelty that often blights our world. Your presence here today confirms that your long journey is over. Your courage, your perseverance, your faith has been rewarded. Yes, you have been forced to walk along a difficult road, but we're glad that road has brought you to us, and we now welcome you as part of our extended family. Now, I'm a very good public speaker, but some people don't like my speech, okay? So they left, so we're okay. Well, you know, citizenship in Canada is not just a technical qualification for voting or a requirement for getting a passport or a necessity for certain types of employment. Citizenship confers rights and responsibilities on each of us who would call ourselves Canadians. As Canadians, we can vote and hold public office. The Charter of Rights and Freedoms guarantees us the right to live free from persecution and discrimination. We can live and work in any province or territory, and we have the freedom to practice our own religion and express our own opinion. As Canadians, we're part of a bilingual country, and as such, we have the right to be served in both official languages, English or French, when dealing with the federal government and the federal courts. These things are all very important, but citizenship is much more than just a list of things we are allowed to do. Citizenship is a covenant. It's a covenant between individuals and the country they share. It's a bond between us and those who've gone before, those still yet to come. And the responsibilities of this bond between a country and its people includes a commitment from you to making a difference, to helping others, and to building inclusive and safe communities. As a national community, we're called upon to respect each other, treat our neighbors with dignity. We're also called upon to work together, to build a better town, a better city, a better province, and thus a better Canada. So, by taking the oath of citizenship today, you are publicly saying that you want to help shape the future of Canada. By reciting the oath, you're telling your neighbors, your colleagues, your friends, that you want to join with them as we continue to build our nation. So this is not a promise to be entered into lightly. By reciting the oath, you are affirming your commitment to Canada. By reciting the oath, you are declaring your loyalty to Canada. By reciting the oath, you are vowing to do your best for. I firmly believe that it is our willingness to reach out to others that is at the heart of citizenship. The willingness to take responsibility for yourself and your neighbor is the Canadian way. Over the last 147 years, Canada has become a country whose values are reflected in its social programs and its willingness to be a leader in the global community through foreign aid, through peace. And Canadians have also made a commitment on an individual level through volunteerism. It's interesting to note that over 50% of our adult population gives time back to the communities in which they live. Something that all of you should also do. Give time, volunteer in your community. Our spirit, our values are also apparent in the way we pull together in times of disaster and tragedy. Here at home, like this past week, around the world, together. Je vous encourage tous à aller dans vos communautés et continuer à contribuer avec vos talents communities. Continue to contribute your talents, strengths, your dreams, your hopes to our collective efforts to build a better Canada. Very much. If you are already a Canadian citizen, I invite you to raise your right hand, reaffirm your citizenship and your love for Canada. And to family and friends who are here, if you're not a Canadian citizen, you too, I invite you to raise your right hand, say the oath with us, but it's not going to make you a Canadian citizen. C'est maintenant un immense plaisir pour moi de procéder à la prestation de serment. Je donnerai le serment dans les deux langues officielles, le français et l'anglais. S'il vous plaît, répétez le serment après moi dans les deux langues. It is now my great pleasure to administer the oath of citizenship. I will say the oath in both official languages, French first and English second. Please repeat the oath in both languages after me. You got the right hand up? Not the left one, the right one. Okay. Je jure solennellement que je serai fidèle et porterai sincère allégeance à Sa Majesté la Reine Elizabeth II, Reine du Canada, à ses héritiers et à ses successeurs, que j'observerai fidèlement les lois du Canada et que je remplirai loyalement mes obligations de citoyen canadien. There's a woman down here who speaks French much better than me. You did well. I swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Her Majesty, Queen Elizabeth II, Queen of Canada, her heirs and successors, and that I will faithfully observe the laws of Canada and fulfill my duties as a Canadian citizen. Well done.